Alright guys, hi and welcome back. So today we're going to be doing a different video. My car's got an exhaust leak or something. I kind of feel like it's something bad because I've had like a quick look. I took the heat shield off and I kind of think we're missing some bolts there. So we're going to tackle this out and have a look. I don't think we'll get everything done in this video. It'll just be like a part one. And we got some obstacles to overcome first. So as I'll show you, I'll turn the camera around. I'll give you a look. As you can see, my whole backyard is grass, so there's nowhere I can jack my car up. So what I'm going to actually try and do is try to make a little makeshift rampy thing here. We're going to drive it up onto these tiles, and this is where I'm going to be jacking my car up so I can get underneath it when I need to. So I think we do the first things first and tackle this out and see if we can get her up on here. So first things first, I think what we're going to do is, usually there's a big heat shield just here and here. I've already taken that off so I could have a quick look yesterday, but I actually noticed it's going to be hard to pick up until I take these two pipes off. There's a bolt missing under here. So first thing we're going to do is going to remove these intercooler piping and turbo piping and remove them so we can get a better view from underneath. So I'm hoping it's nothing too bad. I kind of got a feeling it is after seeing one bolt missing, and it's a common problem for these when they twist for the bolts to throw out. Kind of just started happening out of nowhere. So I don't think it's anything too major. I think we've just lost some bolts and we're getting an air leak. So I'm thinking I'm going to find out what I'm missing exactly, and I'm going to email Atomic. So I've been trying to get my car sponsored so I can start doing videos for Ants, Atomics, just someone, and start getting some better videos going for you guys and for me. The more subscribers I get, obviously the easier that gets, and I appreciate all of you who have subscribed over the last 24 hours from that TikTok video. That's amazing. That was more than I ever expected. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'll email them off once I find out exactly what I'm missing here, and hopefully one of them will reply. I've hit up Ants before and didn't have much luck with them because they do more FGs. So I'm hoping Atomic will, because they've got exactly what I'll need. Because I don't want to put just stock bolts back in, I want to put lock bolts back in so this doesn't happen again. So if that does happen, I'll get to do a full video on that for you guys as well. So I'll remove these pipes, we'll bring the camera over and I can show the ones that I can notice we're missing already. Alright, so unfortunately my battery's too low to turn the the light on at the moment, the flash. But you can already see right there, that's where I'm missing one bolt straight out of where the turbo connects to the manifold. And if you look real close, I'll try and zoom in on it, you can see a bolt sitting right there, and that has actually fallen out of that hole. So this is where my exhaust leak is obviously coming from. So we're going to have to dig deeper and see what we can find. So I'm thinking about taking the full exhaust off. I might just undo the extractors, undo the oil feed line, undo it from the back of the turbo and just rip all that out, just so I've got more room and leeway. So we'll have a look at that now and see how far we want to go. So I just pulled that bolt out that was just chilling there. That's the one that was just chilling there, that was stuck in between the rear housing and front housing of the turbo, if you could pick that up on the camera. So that's actually fallen out of this hole here. So I'm thinking about just sending this one back in for now while we pull that out. I'm still missing the manifold bolt that goes to the turbo, and I'm not sure if I'm missing the bottom one or not, so we're going to try and figure that out. But I want to put this bolt back in and see how much of a difference it makes for now. I'm still going to pull it all out and make sure everything's tight because I don't want to risk it anyway. So I'm going to put this bolt back in now and we'll see where we'll go from there. Alright, so I'm going to start off now. I'm just going to remove all the extractor bolts. All I'm going to be using to do that is just this 125mm extension, 13mm socket, and your ratchet handle. So I might just time lapse this, and don't want you to waste your time seeing me just undo all these bolts. They're all easy to get to, you won't have a problem if you're watching this video for that reason. So I'm just going to time lapse through removing these bolts. time lapse a bit short there, so I wasn't boring you with a massive time lapse. So I've removed all them extractor bolts. So now we're going to move on to these ones to the dump pipe. So they're going to be a 13mm socket as well. So we'll jump onto them now and start undoing them so we can unbolt the turbo from the dump pipe. Right, so I've noticed these bolts haven't been ever taken off, so I'm just going to put some WD-40 on it before we start. And I'm going to use a 13mm spanner just to crack the bolts before we start undoing them with the ratchet. I'm really going to smash this WD-40 on, because one place you really don't want to strip anything or have problems is on your exhaust, because it gets that hot, shit just welds itself together pretty much. So don't go light on the WD, really get it on there. Okay, so we ran into a bit of a problem, so I removed the front bar, took the front bar off, put a jack underneath and two stands. I had to take my front bar off because of how low my car is. I can't actually, well, it's up at the moment, but I can't actually get a jack stand out of the side most of the time, especially when it's on an angle like that. So what my plan is now is, because these bolts on top were easy to get to, but the bottom ones were a bit hard and I didn't want to risk stripping them. So I'm going to go underneath and go down, which you really can't see here, and go up into the bolts that hold on the catalytic converter to the dump pipe. We're going to undo that, so this whole piece will just come out instead of undoing it here. So we're going to jump under the car now and get them bolts out. Alright, I'm very squished under here, but I'm going to try and show you what we're going to get to. So that's going to be one of the bolts right there. And then we're going to come around this side, and that's going to be one of the other ones right there. So I'm probably not going to be able to do this on camera, but what I'm going to use is two 55mm extensions and go underneath here. Actually, this car probably one or two, and get the socket onto them and break them off now. Alright, so I ended up getting them two exhaust bolts out. What I ended up using was the one 255mm extension. Ended up having to use a 14mm deep socket, because on the actual end of the bolt, they come out with the nut on the thread. So this goes right up, the thread goes into the nut grabs. And also for the top one, you'll have to use one of these things, I don't even know what they're called. What does it say on here? Universal joint. Just because the top bolt is actually here and the muffler's here, so you've got to go up, get into the bolt. So this will turn out this way and allow you to undo that bolt on an angle. So I'm hoping to get this done before it gets dark. I just want to at least get the turbo off. I've just got to take off the oil feed line and the water feed line and sensor, and I'm pretty sure that's about it, and we can nearly just about pull it out. So we've got about half an hour of daylight left, so try and jump into this and get it off before it's too dark and stuck like this. I mean, it's going to be sitting here anyway until these supplies come, so it doesn't matter too much, but I just want to get it off for you guys, so get underway and keep going, eh? Sorry guys, I forgot I wasn't filming. So what we were doing is we're undoing this exhaust sensor. Instead of unbolting it from the downpipe, I've actually just unplugged it straight from here. There's a little tab. It'll literally sit right at the back there. You just put your thumb on it and it popped out actually really easy for a sensor. Hopefully yours is the same if you're watching for this reason. So now I'm just going to undo these two lines here. And hopefully, I think that's about it. I think there might be one more bolt holding on down there, and we should be able to pull it out. So let's get that done now. I'm now just going to undo this line. Just going to get a little shifter on there and start undoing this. As I already said, I'm all alone today, so I'm trying to do all this in film with bloody only two sets of hands. So I might have to keep cutting coming back. I'm sorry about that. I'm just trying to show you as much as I can. Yes, all I'm going to do is undo that bolt. I'll get that undone and loosen quickly now. Okay, so I've just undone that line. That literally just one line's like that and unscrews straight off there. So now what I can do is I can loosen this, and that's going to allow me to run this and swivel it around and undo it from the turbo. Okay guys, so unfortunately that's going to be the end of the video for today. So we've untaken that line off from there. the oil line, and just undone it from there. So I'm not really going to be bothered about taking it off the turbo today. I'm just going to let it sit on there because it will come out with the whole thing anyway. So I'll try and finish this video tomorrow and get it uploaded. I'm going to try and finish this one off tonight, get it all edited and post it up for you guys. So I'll do a closing intro and then yeah, we'll finish this video up.
What's stopping you? Are you too tired? Didn't get enough sleep? Don't have enough energy? Don't have enough time? Is that what's stopping you right now? Don't have enough money? Is that the thing? Or is the thing that's stopping you, you?
Excuses sound best to the person that's making them up. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get off the pity potty. Telling everybody your sad and sob stories, trying to get people to show up to your pity potties and your pity parades. If you ever see me in a Rolls Royce, a 6 or 7 star hotel, living my life to the fullest, don't get jealous of me, because I work my ass off to get it.